Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Imagine this, today it's the 30th day of my 9th entry point water fast. So for the past 30 days I haven't eaten any food. I don't drink any fruits. I just fruit juices. I just drink water, occasionally black coffee or black tea. And this water fast I'll be doing not till a certain number of days, but I'll be doing it till I reach the weight of 69 kilos. I started on 92 and currently I have 77. So I think I'll be fasting for 2 or 3 more weeks. So that's the state that I'm at. And today I would like to tell you about something, about a tip that can increase your productivity, and I call it entry point multitasking. Now, when I talk about multitasking, or when you hear that some people can multitask, we understand that you can do 2 things at once. But first of all, most of us are not able to do more than 1 thing at a time, and then there is a larger group. And that group can do more than 1 thing at a time, but that group cannot do both things at 100%. And I would say that I'm one of these people. For me, it's not easy to do 2 things or 3 things at the same time and concentrate on all of them at 100%. So here comes entry point multitasking. But I can sort of cheat this. And I realized this principle when before I did fasting 2.5 years ago. For 1 year, I ran every day without skipping a single day. And I ran it was 7 kilometers, let's say 45 minutes. So I ran every day for 45 minutes. And the reason I started running was to lose weight. Okay, so every day I woke up and for 45 minutes I was running, but I wasn't running, I was doing something to lose weight. And then as I was running, or after several runs, I realized, hey, maybe it will be nice to listen to music. So I was actually, listening to good music. I always, put something on my phone. So I was listening to good music at 100%, but at the same time, at 100%, I was losing weight because I was running. Then I found out that, well, not that I found it out, but for the sake of this example, that, running is not only good for losing weight, but it also strengthens your muscles. So I was thinking, hey, this is great. I am losing weight, I am strengthening my muscles, and I'm listening to good music. And then I thought to myself, hey, maybe I don't have to listen to music, but maybe I can listen to let's say the news. So then all of a sudden, I was watching the news or listening to the news. I was, learning what's happening or new things. At the same time, I was losing weight, and at the same time, I was strengthening my muscles. And then the extra thing that I started doing was that instead of listening to news, I was actually learning Chinese. So I was running, I was, getting in shape, I was losing weight, and I was learning Chinese. Then I realized that, I can listen to it, because when you run, you can relax so much that, I realized that if I play the sounds 3 times faster, then let's say the first minute, 2, 3, it takes me a bit to get used to it, but then I can get used to it. So then I realized, hey, I can listen to audiobooks. And I realized that I started reading a lot of books. So why I'm saying this is that it goes back to the entry point multitasking. Then I realized that principle, which is before you start doing any activity, or before I start doing any activity that I might be doing, and let's say it's activity that might take half an hour or an hour, or it's activity that I would be doing every day, I always try to think how to layer it, or how to multitask it. And when I say multitasking, not how to do two things at once at 100%, but how to when I do one activity, the main activity, if I can attach seamlessly without interfering with the activity, other activities to it. And so this is something that is a very interesting principle. And I'll even, if you listen to this video and listen all the way till here, then I'll tell you one thing secretly where I practice this principle, and it's also something that I'll be showing videos in the future about. And that is once I have a home farm for larvae, and this larva, superworm, you can grow it at home. So I have this farm, it's behind the door over there, where I generate 2 kilos of proteins. And the larvae, I put them in the oven, I bake them with olive oil, and it just tastes amazing. And it's costing me about, let's say, $20 a month to be completely sustained by this superfood. Now, when I talked about entry point multitasking, well, one way to look at it is that, I have a hobby, and the hobby is that, I grow these beetles, and then I have the larvae, and then, I have this colony, and I study them, I learn about insects, so that's, one part. But parallel with that, I have free food. I'm completely sustained. So that's, two things at the same time. Parallel with that, I have a very interesting topic that people like, to talk about, and people like to visit me and check the colony, because it's very interesting to see the different stages of the larvae. So I have a very interesting, let's call it like a social instrument or a topic, thanks to this. Parallel with that, of course, is that some people also every now and then buy the larva from me, because it just tastes amazing. So it's like a small income. So if I compare this to let's say another hobby, if I was just let's say making origami structures, then if someone looks at it, they say it's nice, they can imagine how many hours I spent on it, but that's it. But for example, with this larva, I practice the entry point multitasking approach, and you can just see that by doing just one thing at 100%, you can actually take advantage of it and attach other activities to it. So think about it, and if you have any questions or you would like to discuss it, you see my contacts in the description to this video, and I'll see you soon in a few days in another update from my 9th Entry Point Water Fast. Bye bye.